You're all looking like snacks to me.
Another first for our first idol. Kelly Clarkson taking the mic to touch America through talk. I was one of the first lucky enough to sit on her new set.
How are you?
I'm good.
Stunning.
It's really well done. They did a really good job. I told them I wanted the set to look homey and vibey, and they nailed it.
Thank you for letting me into your new home.
Yes, of course.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. I've only done 2 shows out here so far, so.
What was it like that first show?
I was dying. I was so nervous before it. Because what helps is that I open with a song, so that kind of calms me a little bit because I'm not nervous singing. And then, we lead right into just me talking to the audience, which is kind of similar to me on tour because I always talk a lot on tour. And so I was nervous in the beginning, and then we kind of got the first 2 shows that first day under my belt, and I was like, okay, I got this. But it's a little nerve-wracking because I just want to make sure I know, everyone's story, why they're here. I want to make sure I get to that, but I also want some, kind of real moment as well. So, yeah.
It took some convincing for you
Yes.
to do your own talk show. Why the hesitation, and what made you say, you know what? Yeah, I got this.
Well, the hesitation definitely was, had a lot to do with, I grew up watching like Oprah and like even Ellen, like I love Ellen and that's a well-trained comedian in this kind of environment, and then that's a journalist. Oprah's a journalist first, so I guess that's what I assumed what a talk show host should be. And so my husband, it was interesting one night, we were laying in bed and he was like, well, why would you even compare yourself? Like, you should do your show. Like, those shows have already existed. Like, there's no formula. Like, just do it how you want to do it. And then if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I was like, okay. So I leaned in and said yes to something I normally would not say yes to. So yeah.
And then once you said yes.
Once I said yes, like I absolutely, like, even more than just I love being on the stage and talking to people and investing. I really love my team. Like, I love everybody that was hired for the show. We really made it very clear in the beginning, like, I don't care if they're the best of their job. If they're not a nice person, I don't want them on set. Like, I'm 37 years old. I've been working a minute, and I just am tired of working with kind of cancerous people. And so the whole vibe of the show is cool. Like, everybody working here, like, because I learned on tour, even starting at 19, like, the people that are working under you, like, pay-wise, they're representing you. Like, and so I want to make sure, like, everybody representing me is someone like me, like, that's more positive and nice and kind.
Right away you can tell that this set is different from anything else we've seen.
It really is. James did a really great job. Like, I literally was like, I like twinkly lights. Because I like front porches, like, and I'm so Southern, and I like lights, strung out and hanging out and having wine and stuff like that. And we have a ranch now, but we had a farm, and so we thought of the barn doors and like, we just incorporated all the things I love. Like, I love a little industrial, little, Southern kind of charm. So we and I love color, so with all the color.
And it makes a difference. This set feels like home.
I wanted it to be homey. I feel like sometimes you go to sets and they're a little cold and distant, and I definitely wanted the audience. I kind of honestly got this from Oprah because I loved whenever I was on her show a couple times, the audience is right by you. And I thought that was really important because when we shot the pilot, they were far, and I didn't like the distance. I feed off of them. So, we brought him in close and made him kind of more a part of the show.
What sets your show apart from all the others out there and that have come along the way? Right now, already, it feels different.
Yeah, it's a daytime show, so it's not different in that aspect. Like, obviously I'm gonna be doing interviews and celebrities, non-celebrities. I think the difference is we do have, a big part of this show is connection and inclusivity, and so I wanted a panel, which I love doing Graham Norton in England, and I love Jay Leno, and that was actually my first show I was ever on after Idol, and there was a panel. It was actually me and Jimmy Fallon years ago, and that was my first interview, and I thought that was so cool because the interview went different than how it would have if it would have just been me and Jay. Jimmy kind of brought something different out of it, the energy of it. So we have this whole panel vibe, which is different than how people normally do it.
And a live band.
Yes, my band. Yeah, it's my band from the road. So I brought my band here, and we open every show with a song that's different. It's not like Vanity Run Amok. I'm covering people's songs. It's not my own. But I love art. I love artists. I love to appreciate it and honor it. And so we open every show kind of how I've been doing on tour for over a decade. We just do a cover.
And your husband is executive producer.
Yeah.
How is it working that closely with him?
Well, we've worked closely for a while just because he's been managing me for a while, but we're really good for each other. We're very different in the sense that like he's very, business and I'm definitely more artsy. And but we're really good. He's good for me. He pushes me to do things I would normally be too shy to do or like uncomfortable doing. He makes me a good uncomfortable in like work environments to where I grow and I progress as a human, not only as an artist. So
we all remember that moment when you were on stage with Idol.
Oh yeah,
singing a moment like this. I rewound that so many times
oh my
on
God,
my VCR.
did you? I hate it. I was crying. I was so sick.
You can't watch that now?
I have never watched it.
I watched it over and over
unless
and
I'm in
over.
an interview and somebody plays it and I have to watch it. It's like, I think I was very sick. We were all sick at the end because this show blew up and nobody knew. And so we were so tired. And then that song is pretty rangy. And we got out there and I didn't know I was gonna win. So I was just bawling. And I'm not like, a pretty crier or like I can't talk when I cry. So I hated it. Like, I get it for the moment it was for. I can get out of my egocentric way for a minute, but it's not my favorite moment.
It was hard for you to get those words out. I can't believe this is happening
on live
to
national
me.
television. Yes.
Can you believe this is happening to you?
No, I literally had this conversation with my husband on the way home from work the other day. We were like, can you believe our lives? We both grew up pretty humble beginnings, and I don't know why I was super blessed, but I have been very blessed in my life with, just people that I end up surrounding myself with, and just people I've been able to work with and get to know. And the opportunities have been insane. So I don't know why, but thank you, world.
3 Grammys, maybe an Emmy now with this one.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably not.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.